travelling solo tonight. Well, the man, the myth and the legend that is Jamie Scarf is in Liverpool. I'll pick up that retrobate in the morning. So I've got a nice, peaceful, quiet night to myself, and it'll be the last quiet night I get for the next couple of weeks. And enjoy a bit of downtime before madness starts again. Look at that beauty. Hey, look, here comes Smokey Joe. He had about 10 pints last night. You reckon, Jeff?
Oh yeah.
Proper.
Nice, yeah.
Next stop, Holland. So that went a little bit easier than expected. Yeah, carnet done. All free check-in on the boat. Bit of a long day. Had a stop off at Hoko Parrots. Picked up some chains and stuff. Been to Phil Bradbury War Paint to pick up a new lid, which I'm over the moon with. Where else have we been? Oh, new stands for the bikes. Been to G-Tech.
Surf and turf.
Oh, yeah, of course. Surf and turf as well. So picked up some new banners for the awnings. So yeah, next stop, Holland. Round one. Not much of a drive tomorrow, about hour and 45-ish. Last time I was on this boat, I was slightly drunk. Irish bar, not guilty. Yeah, it's down here somewhere. It's right at the back, dude, isn't it?
Back in the bar?
Yeah. You have to go all the way through. And just to add to that, last time I was on this boat, pretty drunk, that idiot was with me. Bad influence.
It's his fault.
Oh look, it's shut. What a delight. Where are you, Jeff?
The shit house. Rotterdam.
Port of Rotterdam.
As well, if we get a front vision of him, he's no elbows out, no toes for a guy of his size. I think
Sunny
you have to
Holland,
do that when you're a slow
Northwest 200 on the radio.
I mean, and also it's how your body
While following an absolute. Here we are, last corner now, coming up. There's a paddock. A windmill. This way, isn't it, Jeff? How you get the paddock? That's straight on. There we have her. Englo. There's Jockham.
Stop. Stop.
So here we are, all set up at Englo. I'm going to show you what we've been doing all winter, designing and pulling together. So here we have it, our 2024 setup. And as you can see, this year it's in partnership with the Claremont Hotel on the Isle of Man. So this is where all the hard work, late nights and long days have been going into. And obviously, it's with thanks to all these guys that's making this year happen. And this is why we can get away to the likes of the International Road Race Championships, and compete then obviously at our home races on the Isle of Man. And these are all our trade sponsors that keep the bikes in tip-top shape as always and keep us on the road. So yeah, there you have it. Henglo round 1 2024. Let's be having you. All of that for 2 days. They certainly know how to do things proper out in Europe. It's not as wide as I thought, or I could remember even. But what a place. Uber fast. Coming now on the run back to the paddock. Probably still about 3/4 of a mile to a mile away. This is the fastest part of the track. Just been smoked. Beer. It's like feeding time at the zoo. Scrutineering. Where's the boys at?
Er komt een sticker van jullie op.
Where are they at? Oh, happy days. We've got Jeff with the twin. We had to pull Colin out of retirement from his motorhome to get the 600 up as well. Well, when I got the gear sorted. Alright there, boys. Welcome to race day. We've got a busy day today, to be fair. We've got a couple of races on each bike and then an additional if I want it. Up in Dutch music. There's the schedule. So yesterday was good. We had a good day at the office, to be fair, on both the bikes. Went 2.2 seconds faster on the 600 than I went last year on the old Honda. So that's a massive positive. 600's handling really, really well. A couple of slight changes and amendments made to that particular bike, and readiness for today's 2 big International Road Race Championships. So we're currently row 3 for that P9 row 3. So I'm really happy with that. Just need to try and get away with that leading group and tag on the back of them, and I think it'll be a good race. There's less than a second separating, I think 6 or 7 of us, so that'll be really, really good race. That qualifying on the Super Twin, that was good. So first qualifier, went out and managed to bring it home in P1. So that was a bit unexpected, but look, after all the time and effort that's gone into that bike over the winter time and getting everything right and exactly where we wanted it to be, I'm not surprised in another respect. Yesterday was the first time we'd ridden the twin since Scarborough last year, so yeah, I was pretty happy with that. Q2 didn't quite go to plan. We were out on the 600 for qualifying, and then the Super Twin qualifying was straight after it, so we didn't have a whole lot of turnaround time, but I actually came in a couple of laps short on the 600 to get prepared and changed over and get out on the Super Twin qualifying. And by the time I got to the holding area, they'd let everybody go. Our bike was the last one left in Parc Fermé, and they wouldn't let me out. So there was a bit of faffing about, and obviously, as you can imagine, I was a bit pissed off. I had to go the other side of the paddock and basically join on the back of qualifying, which then meant at this stage everyone had done a couple of laps. Yeah, so I was like well behind. So I had to tag on the back, and all the riders were spread pretty much the full length of the course. No chance of a clear lap, no chance of getting or being able to string any sort of fast lap together for Q2. So I done what I could do. I didn't lap quite as fast as I did in the morning session, but basically overall I'm P4, so I'm row 2 on the grid for today's race. I'm 0.15 of a second back on pole, so I'm really hoping I can just get a good start, get my head down, and yeah, hopefully we can stick it on the box today, because it'd be really good to get a solid, decent result on, particularly on the Super Twin. It'll put us in a really good place to start the year off on it, and just shows that it can be done, and we've got the pace to make it happen. So yeah, busy day, looking forward to it. It's set to be a really hot one. I think it's set to be about 27, 28 degrees today, so it ain't going to be easy. Need to keep the fluids in me and keep hydrated and stuff. So yeah, we'll see how we get on. well. Last set of races of the day. IRC Super Sport race 2 first, and then straight on to the Belgian Twin Trophy race 2. So let's see if we can repeat what we've done earlier on today. Stick it back in the box.
Denk natuurlijk aan zo'n machine waar Jarko op rijdt, dat die tegenwoordig al tussen de 30 en de 35.000 euro kosten. En zo'n machine wil je hier natuurlijk niet voor publiek, dat de kuipstukken door de lucht vliegen en dat meeloopt met een pomp onder een arm aan huis. Dat is natuurlijk ook niet de bedoeling.
They're going now for a short procedure.
Here she is.
So here with Jen, 650 race,
Twin race.
currently P1.
Voor Lucas Fouder en dan komen degene die een mooie en verrassende derde plaats in handen heeft gehad. En heeft dat nog steeds te doen, want die prijs mag hij mee naar huis nemen. Voor de bijna Nederlandse zeeptoernooi met zijn liefje heeft hij langere tijd hier in Hengelo vertoefd. Hij gaat met het startnummer 36 naar huis met de vierde plaats van de eerste wedstrijd. Voor David Lotse, Thijs Peter, Wally Jacobs, Mike Parmentier, Marcel Zuber, Richard Disti, Anzi Koski, Tiziano Rosati.
Mooi vanuit het eilandment komt hij over, komt hij naar Hengelo toe. Mag ik een daverend applaus voor onze vriend Jamie Williams! bij Jamie Williams een brede glimlach op zijn gezicht. En ja, de kusjes zijn daar. De boeken. Vandaag een applaus. Ja, en het kerstennat gaat al wordt al in de ronde gesproken. Ja, ze spuiten elkaar onder, zo wordt het ook. En het kerstennat wordt natuurlijk ook opgedronken in...
Shock horror, fucking shock horror.
Your computer should work.
What are you doing, you weirdo?
When do you want to use your computer? Because I'll log you on. Does Gary download the data?
It's just whenever you. I was to be fair, I was going to connect to my phone when I go to bed and just leave it on for the night. Not gonna lie, that's been a bit of a long day. That we up early this morning at Henglo, got everything packed away. Lucky enough, I didn't have a bad head after a night on the drink. Only had a couple of beers last night, and that was me done. My drinking days are over though. I think age is getting the better of me. But yeah, got packed up, hit the road on our way to Czech Republic for 300 curves for Horace this coming weekend. So we pretty much broke the back on the travelling down to Czech this morning. I think we've covered about 550 kilometres or something like that. So we left Henglo about lunchtime, and we're now down near Leipzig, however you want to pronounce it. Beautiful evening. Found a little campsite just off the side of the river here. So this is home for at least tonight anyway. We might go to Most in Czech Republic on the way past tomorrow. World Super Sport and Superbike are testing on Wednesday, so if it works in with what we want to do, we might nip there and watch the testing on Wednesday, because we pretty much pass it on the way to the track. We can't get into the paddock until Wednesday morning at 8 o'clock, so yeah, there's no rush really. So if we can get to Most, then why not? And Jeff's just come back from, I think he's been walking somewhere, and while enjoying a cold pint of beer.
Look at the little fishies in the lake.
It's been well deserved after the last couple of days that we've had. But just to touch base on the weekend itself, I was a bit shit, to be fair, getting GoPro footage because we were just so busy. A lot of the races were back to back. Didn't really get much of a breather in between stuff. And with the weather being so hot as well, 9 laps, racing laps in each class, it's quite a lot, and it's quite tough, to be fair. More so from the heat point of view, you just don't get a breather, and it's such a fast, aggressive place. It takes it at you. It really does. But look, we had a fantastic weekend. To stick at P7 and P8 in the IRC Super Sport was fantastic points on the board for us at round 1, and it's a long season as well. And it just shows anything can happen. We had some friends in the IRC Super Sport had some unfortunate offs at the weekend and have come away with broken wrists and whatnot. Luckily enough, it's nothing more serious, but first round of the season and people are getting injured. So just to come away from Henglo lapping 3.5 seconds quicker than we did last year in the Super Sport class, and with 2 top 8 finishes, it's good points on the board. So it's the first round of 6 completed, and then on the Super Twin, which I'm still proper buzzing about, to stick at P2 twice, break the lap record, is mega. And that's round 1 of 4 obviously with the BTT, which is the Belgian Twin Trophy Championship, which we've entered this year. So this is obviously why we're going to 300 curves of Horace this coming weekend, because it's part of the BTT Championship. So we've started that really, really strong. So I'm really hoping we can sort of continue that as we roll into this weekend. Now the weather's a bit here and there at the moment. Fingers crossed it. As the sort of days have been coming by, the forecast has been getting a little bit better, but you can do nothing about the weather, can you? One forecast is saying thunderstorms and rain for 3 days solid, and other forecasts saying dry, but the odd chance for shower here and there. So it will be what it will be, and we'll just have to ride to whatever conditions are thrown at us. I just hope we don't drive all the way to Czech Republic and then set up to tell us that it's been cancelled because of some daft weather coming in. But we'll see what happens. But no, all in all, fantastic weekend. The team worked fantastic, and it was a tough weekend on them as well, running back and forward. And it must have been, well, it was 28 degrees yesterday in the shade. So that'll tell you what it was like either in the awning or stood in Park Fermé warming bikes up in the blistering sunshine. Not that any of the lads I think are complaining, but it was tough on the lads. So big shout out to the team. They've done a fantastic job all weekend. The NC Racing 600 and Super Twin, as always, never missed a beat. And everything's working really, really well. So I could not be happier. And Jeff's even coming away with some ridiculously burnt sun legs, arms, and neck, even though he was told to put factor 50 on several times, but he just won't listen. So I've no sympathy for him in the slightest. So yeah, on to Horace. So we'll see what happens.